this video I'm going to demonstrate how to use the SmartBrief feature in OzRunways. SmartBrief is available with any premium subscription. Log in to the My Account page on OzRunways.com to upgrade at any time. SmartBrief contains all the weather and NOTAM information required for your pre-flight planning. When you open SmartBrief, you'll see a map of Australia overlaid with each graphical area forecast, or GAF, along with any active Sigmets, AIRMETs, cold fronts, troughs, and cyclones. Tap on a GAF area to bring up the text. You can resize the text window by tapping and dragging like this. Tap on an area in the text to show it on the map. This icon shows the surface visibility and weather, along with any associated cloud, icing, and turbulence. Sub-areas, for example A1, A2, etc., are colour matched to the text for easy identification. Tap a sub-area in the text to highlight it further on the map. Lines, points of interest, and critical locations can also be tapped to highlight them on the map. Tap this icon to open the GAF PDF. Which can be saved or shared using the Share button. Tap this icon to translate the GAF text into plain English. For example, ISOL-DU becomes isolated dust, and the UTC time becomes local time. Local time is determined based on the time zone your iPad is set to. You can change the GAF period using these boxes, or use the slider to adjust the forecast time. As you move the slider, you'll see Sigmets and other weather coming and going as they become active and expire. Tap once inside the box to change between UTC and your local time zone. Double tap inside the box to reset the slider to the current time. Drag down and release the box to update the data. Tap this icon to bring up the text for Sigmets and AIRMETs Australia-wide. Tap on one to highlight it on the map. If you have a plan loaded, the track is overlaid on the map. The pink line above the slider identifies your planned flight time so you can easily see the weather that's relevant to you. Tap on a leg to bring up the weather and NOTAMs relevant to that leg. The selected leg is now highlighted yellow, which is also represented above the time slider. Tap this icon to show all the NOTAMs relevant to your plan. Tap this button to change to the grid point wind temperature or GPWT overlay. The arrows represent the wind direction and speed is indicated by the length of the arrow. The longer the arrow, the higher the wind speed. The coloured background indicates the temperature. Zoom in to see the actual wind direction, wind speed and temperature for each grid point. Use the slider at the bottom right to adjust the forecast altitude. The GPWT periods can be selected using these boxes, or you can use the slider for fine tuning. Tap here to go back to the GAF overlay. Using all these functions together, you can quickly brief your entire flight on just one screen in OzRunways.